Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you my Thanksgiving makeup look. Um, so I'm going to be doing this each holiday now, starting with Thanksgiving. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, I started with Halloween. Halloween, Thanksgiving, all that. Next year is going to be kind of hard to do, but I'll figure it out. Um, so tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I'm so excited. Alright, let's get started. So first I'm going into my L'Oreal Hydra Genius moisturizer. I am going to have a little more skincare on tomorrow. I'm not just going to have this on. I might end up having a serum on. I don't know yet. Bring it down my neck. So actually, I should end up doing like a face oil or something. Just like a little mini skincare routine for my face. And plus, you know, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a face oil too. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Milani Rose Prep and Brighten face oil. I really love this stuff. I haven't used it in a minute. In like a hot minute. No, I should show you how long it's been since I used it. Ugh. Um, I don't think I can get this at my Walmart anymore. Um, so I gotta probably order it off Amazon now. But I gotta look. It's not because the squared out so fast. The dropper's not broken or anything. I think it's just because I haven't used it in a hot minute. So it's not wanting to work correctly. But yeah, I will definitely be using this tomorrow too. And use it up. But yeah. I won't be using this serum or this face oil all the time. Probably just on holiday looks now. I forgot to grab a mirror. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna let that sit for about a few minutes. while I let it sit, I'm gonna brush up my brows and get ready for the makeup application. So I'm gonna go into my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil and start brushing up my brows. Get this part ready. I'm hoping that doing both of these steps with the moisturizer and the face oil, that it really helps and I don't have a problem with really getting cakey today, because I'm going to be testing this whole thing out today. It's about 3:08. It's 3:08 now. Can't say it's about. It is 3:08 now. So, I need something to keep my hair up right now. I don't have anything. Oh well. I don't have anything within reach. Yes, I do. Found one. I knew I seen one. And I gotta brush my hair too before we leave. Alright, so now I'm gonna start with the. My nose is always the last to try. I'm gonna start with the makeup application, so I'm going back into the e.l.f. Instant Lift pencil. Oh shit. I know something I forgot. A couple of things I forgot. That I definitely need to add to my makeup stuff for next year. I completely forgot about brow pencils and brow gels for the brands that I'm doing next year. I am just filling in my brow the whole way. And this is where my face is gonna start getting itchy. Everything's starting to soak in. This face oil always takes a minute to soak in, and it's annoying. This is why I like the vitamin C serum from e.l.f. better than this. I do like this, but I like that one better. It, you know, it absorbs faster. Absorbs into the skin faster. Now I'm going to take the spoolie side of that brow pencil. And I'm going to blend and diffuse that color a little bit so it looks more natural in my brows, my face. And see like the difference between my brows compared. So this is the brow with that I just did with the pencil. Look how much fuller and thicker my brows look with this pencil. So I love that. And by the way, I don't know if I said the shade, but I'm using the shade Taupe. Which only works for fall and winter. And it works for some of spring. But once my hair starts lightening up in spring, in the late spring, early summer, I need to use a blonde shade because then it's gonna match my hair better. So for my brow pencils that I'm doing, I'm gonna get two shades. I'm gonna get a taupe shade and a blonde shade. I'm gonna get two brow pencils. So I have both colors for when I need to change them. To change the color depending on the season. So I was gonna do like a trying all the drugstore makeup type thing, but then I thought about it and I'm like, nah. I'll do that when I have more money. When I like actually start getting paid for doing videos or something like that. Like I will do that. Um, I'm just diffusing the color a little bit, making it more natural. Know what I mean? Like I'll do that when I have more money. Or if I start getting when I start getting paid, I'll do it then too, or whichever one comes first. So I'm like, well, what should I do? My original idea that I was gonna do before changing it, my pregnancy safe series, which is gonna start with Elf, L'Oreal, and Maybelline. Let's start with those three. We're gonna do 3 a year, so it's a whole year from the time that I start the videos to that date a year later. So it's always probably going to be the same date. Then I'll tell you what I think is worth your money. And I forgot a lot of things, so I'm going to have to work on that after this. What I think is worth your money. What I think and what I think you could probably skip over. So I'm going to do 3 categories with that. My best, my okay, and my worst, like the ones that did not work for me. My best and okay are what I think you might want to you can spend your money on. What I think you should spend your money on. If they're in my worst category, then I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you waste your money on it because there could be something better for the same price. And I mean, if it's this is just going to be my opinion, like I am telling you my future plans because I want to be able to have everything squared away. This is gonna start, the series is gonna start after the wedding. So it's like, I just want to have my bases covered. Now, it's not gonna be everything that is safe. I am going to tell you that right now because that is going to get expensive. So, I whittled it down a little bit and I will list on my first video that I do for that series, I will list where I got this list from so you can see everything. from those brands, and I'll do it each with all the brands I do. And yeah. So the first video I probably do is probably going to be the going through the products I use and list it then, and then start with the tutorials. So now I'm going into the Milani eyeshadow primer. So anything that's not e.l.f., Maybelline, or L'Oreal is going to stay in my black bag. Or I'm buying everything, so it's like, you know, I'm buying everything, but it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know, really. It's hard. What was I trying to get at? Oh, so the box that I was gonna use my wedding makeup in, I switched that to a bigger box. And now, we're using something different. So the box that I was gonna have my wedding makeup in, I will uh you know what I mean. I'll put what makeup I'm using in there after unboxing it. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna wait until everything's in to unbox it. So I'm probably just gonna put everything in the packaging in there until we can get it unboxed. It's probably gonna take up more room than, you know, unboxing it and putting it in there is going to, but it's better that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was just letting you know what I had planned to do. Um, so yeah, I have that planned for a whole year. And I'm just, you know, so excited. Got all my eyeshadow brushes together. So I'm going into my Equal Tools angled crease brush. I'm going into the first two and the last shade and the L'Oreal palette. I'm going to use the mirror here to do this part, my eyeshadow part and all that. So I should have put a little eye cream on too, but it works this way. Sorry. And my bag from Ipsy that I was promising you guys, I think it was last video, is on its way. It won't be here until the 4th. So, which is perfect because then that can work as my December. I mean, I was gonna make it to where it worked as my December unboxing anyways, but it really works now that it's not gonna be here until. So I'm gonna change things up today. Normally I would do 2 colors in the crease, but I'm only gonna do 1 today. I'm gonna do the 5th shade in the palette, and I'm gonna take this fluffy crease brush right here. There's some shades that I do have to start using and seeing how they look on my eyes. So I think next time that I do a tutorial, instead of using the last shade, I'll use the 9th shade in the palette. And I think I've already done all of the stuff on the back, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I've already done that, so now I know what a lot of shades look like on me. So it's not. And here's the reason, you'll see the reason why I'm not doing 2 in the crease. So now I'm taking my Wing Me brush and using circular motion to blend that out a little bit. I didn't blend out the shimmer because I'm going to be blending out the shimmer when I blend everything else. Excuse me, out. No, not even. Not even at all. A little more blending here. Perfect. Alright. Now I'm going to take this small detailed brush. I'm going to go into the sixth shade in the palette, which is the darkest matte. I'm going to do what I normally do with that shade. So it's pretty much what I normally do, but it's going to be a little different. It's going to include more fall colors. Which is why I believe I should be using my lip cleaner. Alright. Itchy face. Alright. So now I'm going to take this angled shader brush here. Or first, what am I doing? First, I'm going to take my Wing Me brush. Blend that darker shade out. So it's going to focus on more reds, browns, yellows. Um, I need to fix this. Now, I'm taking this shader brush, going into the third shade on the palette, and putting this on the inner part of my lid. So, no shimmer, just that pretty rosy brown shade. So the eye is all matte except for underneath the brow bone, which I'm getting ready to do in a minute. So, there you have it. I'm going to leave this out because I am still doing the lower lash line. I am starting to like doing the lower lash line, so give me a minute. Then take the Wing Me brush and slowly and kind of blend that out too. So, Wing Me brush is done too. And now we're gonna do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna say this is probably almost done. So, no! Why do I always do this? That kind of covers it. Sorry, my like hand is shaking really bad. That's why I got so upset. I can't. There. Hopefully I don't do that tomorrow. Alright. Let that dry. Really quickly, I am going to use this eyeliner, but with what I just did and it not being really sharp. Sharpen it first. I'm not going to do it today, but I am going to use the Revolution Kohl eyeliner in white to do my waterline tomorrow after I sharpen it. So, I wonder if you could use this to sharpen it. If it fits. Don't fit. Oh well. I was trying to use the little sharpener on the, but you probably don't even have a real sharpener in it. So now I'm going to take this angled brush. I'm going into the Wet n Wild Nightmare Before Christmas multi-stick and Peekaboo. Take this brush, dip into it, maybe. Since it's all glitter, it's kind of hard to. Actually, it's not as hard as I thought. I just gonna have to keep dipping into it and risk breaking it. But it's better than swiping it on. Just the product. But honestly, this brush is working very well because it is an angled brush, so it can get underneath that brow. On that brow bone, very well. So, this is very nice. A very nice brush to be doing this with. And I don't know how big, or shouldn't say how big, but how much of the stick you get. I'm about ready to turn it up and see. And if it turns up and it's still pretty big, or you know what I mean, then I won't turn it anymore and I'll just be done with it and say that I still got a while for it to be before it's used up. Oh, not that much. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So I was only using the brush for the brow bone. I can use the product and the inner corner. Alright. So, eyes are pretty much done besides the lower lash line and the inner corner and the concealer. Wow. My face feels really smooth right now. Alright, so now I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. I'm gonna do this. Oh, this is nice because I'm kind of cleaning up my under eye while using this product. And I'm gonna use that stick, multi-stick, as highlighter, not on my cheeks. We're gonna have this pores. But definitely on my chin and stuff. Like right here. Now where I have pores, it's gonna be where I got pores and stuff, it's gonna be a natural thing, so it's gonna be few glowy primers and concealer on where I got pores. Other than that, it's gonna be a few glowy primers and my multi-stick. So I'm gonna use my multi-stick 3 times for makeup application for Thanksgiving. Because it's that golden yellow undertone. Primers I don't really worry about because I'm not really worried about primers because it's like primers, you know, it's not a big deal. Now anything you can see, I will worry about being that true fall color look. I don't have my rings. I completely lost them. I lose everything. So I'm like, I don't even know So you got that. Now, I'm going into the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Primer. This is probably going to be the last time I use it on my channel. So I'm probably going to use it up tomorrow. Like, it is so low and everything. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. But it is so low. Everything's like blending with that oil. That face oil. Kind of making me look like a greasy mess. Good thing that well, I mean, this is a oily primer too, so it is gonna blend with the oil. Maybe not. Yeah, actually, probably. I don't know. If I don't, then I'll be shocked. Because I gotta, like, one more week. No, yeah, one more week into December, and these products that need to be used up by now. By December, like, coming up in a week, and they have to be out of my collection anyways, so. So I'm, like, really trying to use them up in something. I'm gonna let that soak in, especially because it's an oily product, so it's like, now my face looks really oily and greasy, and it's not pretty. Alright, so now I'm going into the Maybelline Baby Skin. Going in with about that much. I'm gonna blend it between my fingers. This is more velvety than oily, so this shouldn't affect anything. Oof. But my skincare. If I look like a greasy mess, I won't use that oil, the facial oil. But I should be fine. I should be fine with getting away with using that oil. Because the oils don't really break through that much, if that makes sense. Like, the only time my oils break through is if I've had it on longer than 6 hours. So I can't have it on, well, once, you know, I get done with the tutorial, then we'll figure out when I have to take it off. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Woe Glow. This product I will put on my nose just to have a little sun protection there. So you never know if I'm going to need it. You know what I mean? You never know if I'm going to need not sun protection. I am still looking very greasy. I am going to put this down my neck too. A little sun protection there. Ooh. I am feeling very greasy right now, so I'm probably looking pretty greasy. I know it's not translating on camera. Actually, no, I look luminous, but not greasy. Not gonna complain though. You know? Not complaining though. I'm not looking like a greasy mess, you know? I'm not gonna complain. So the only bronzing I'm gonna do is what I'm doing with this cream. So I gotta really make sure it comes out because of it being more natural. Ugh. I don't know if I want to do glitter on my face now. Actually, it looks very natural. And this is just going to make it look even more natural. This is the L'Oreal True Match. Let me get my brushy brush here. So I put my Real Techniques foundation brush. The one I did use for my cream blush. Uh, as an extra. Because oh, it's so bad. I use my e.l.f. Putty Blush brush for cream blush now. Just think it looks better. Now I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose too. Because this is gonna like dry down and stuff, so it's like I know it's not gonna matter. And I can put anything on the tip of my nose down. Like right here. Down. I can't put anything on the bridge. Unless it's something like this that's gonna soak into the skin and dry down. Or if it's like my skincare, my nighttime skincare. Because, you know, I don't wear my glasses to bed. So it's like, I hope I use that product up soon. Soon too. So it's just, I'm definitely glad that it lasts me a long time. Just because with it lasting a long time allowed me to use it more. But eventually makeup expires too. You know? And also with me not doing tutorials a lot kind of makes it hard to use products up too. Um, so, so now I'm going into the Rimmel London. Rimmel, however you say it. Stay Matte Concealer to do my bronzing. I'm only gonna do this in my forehead today. I'm not doing my chin. My chin looks pretty good today. And I'm using my sponge that I use for this. So I'm just I'm blending it into my hairline too. Kind of blending it really well. Make it a little more natural. You know? Now I'm going into the Wet n Wild lip and cheek color from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection and shock value. One dot on each side. And I'm using my e.l.f. Putty Blush brush to blend that out. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to blend it out like that. Then I'm going to take the brush, I'm going to put it in between my fingers, and I'm blending it back, feathering it back. Feather, feather, feather it back. And the same thing on the other side. Feather it back, back, feather it back. Really feather it back. Alright. So I got the brush portion done. Now I'm going to take my sponge here. I'm going to pounce it. Pounce it, pounce it, pounce it, pounce it. On my skin. Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. Alright, so we got that part done. Now I'm going into the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer in the shade Ivory Rose as my highlighter for my cheeks. My cream highlighter for my cheeks. Getting it towards my nose too. So, then I'm going to take this sponge here. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. I could use the Real Techniques brush that I use for concealer to blend it first, and then to see how it kind of covers up the blush a little bit. It's perfect. Right. Now I'm going into the multi-stick. Just a little sip here. This one I'm going to blend with my fingers. Connect it with my bronzer like that. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it on the Cupid's bow. And blend that out down. This is just straight up glitter on my face. Feels weird, but a little on the tip of my nose, just a little bit. And a little bit up here. And look, it's not even down there. And it looks so greasy. I might not want to do this. I'm still going to use it for my eyebrows and stuff, but I might not use it for highlighter. Depends how it looks at the end. So now I'm going into the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. I'll look at something really quick. Hey, good news. This might be an empty soon, which is nice because now that just gives me a reason. Some days I might not go with foundation. Might just go with a little bit of concealer. But here's the nice part with this. Okay. With what I said, oh, it's almost gone. Type thing. Okay, the reason I said that is because this irritates my skin like crazy. So it's that thing of it needs to be gone. I just tried to use it up. And then it's gone forever. Not. Coming back to my collection. Ever. So the concealer might end up coming back after. Or it can't say it's never coming back, it might come back. Just in case. So I'm using whatever brands that that website I use does. So if it don't do Milani, I'm not gonna waste my time looking up. I'm not gonna use that much foundation. I did that for a reason. Now I'm gonna take my sponge. I'm gonna take the bottom part first. Just kind of blend it into the skin. This presses it into the skin so it looks more flawless. And it does look. That looks like your skin but better. It just doesn't work for me because it does irritate my skin. And then I use the top part to blend it into my hairline. What I need to blend into my hairline. And just press it into my skin more where I need it. Oh, and this area is not getting sweaty now that it's starting to get colder, so I think it's just with the summer months I can't wear makeup here. Then once it gets colder, I can. That's just what I've noticed. I need to find a way to get this off my hand. Oh, get out of the way. Ish. Cotton ball. Alright. So now we're going to do the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. And we're gonna let that marinate into my skin. And that might be out of my collection soon too, just because it's almost gone. As well. So now I'm going let that marinate a little more. Okay. So now I'm gonna take this, the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm gonna tap it in that inner corner. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to blend out this part to blend that out more flawlessly. Okay, who needs a sponge when you can use a brush? I'm gonna push it up underneath of my lashes. Who needs a sponge when you have a brush like this? I am never using a sponge underneath my eye again. I will let my cousin do it because that's what she does, and I'm just not gonna have her change her ways. And then I'm going to blend it out underneath. So again, same method. Tap in this inner corner and to the middle where I need more coverage because I have dark circles there. Blend it out like this. Again, who needs a sponge when you have a brush for concealer? And then blend it underneath the eye. And just make sure everything's blended correctly. Alright, again, who needs a sponge when you have a brush to do your concealer? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that like a million times because that was so nice. That was a nice experience. And it looks more flawless than it does with a brush or a sponge. Now I'm gonna take my powder brush and I'm gonna go into the Airspun powder, which is another thing that might not get repurchased, even though it's safe. It's just something I cannot stand the smell, and I use that all the time now. That's the only setting powder I have. And trust me, if I had a powder bronzer, I would be using a powder bronzer because this makes me look white as a ghost, which is why I use a lot of blush with it and some highlighter and stuff to make it look less like I'm a ghost. But I don't have any bronzer because my bronzer that I was using expired. And I'm not using expired products anymore. I can't. I just can't use expired products anymore. My skin was suffering so bad from it. So now I'm gonna put a little bit more. Like, I don't see me going through this. Oh. You know, I'm going through this anytime soon. So, like, I don't even need my Maybelline powder. For a while. But this needs to go away. Because and be used off camera, because everything on camera is going to be the Maybelline, the e.l.f., and all that. And then, then here, in the corners of my nose, where I just need more powder. So my T-zone's like the place where I need a lot of powder. I'm just adding a little more. Not going too heavy-handed with it though. Ouch! Man. Okay. So now we're going to step back for a minute. Going in back into the L'Oreal palette. I'm going to take my shading brush. Not shading. Smudge brush. I'm going into the third palette first. Or the third shade first. I'm like really starting to like stuff on my lower lashes, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, I'm really starting to like it. Just, I can't believe I didn't like it before. I don't see how I couldn't. It just defines the eyes better. Then I'm going into the fifth shade in the palette, just a little bit of that shade. We're just gonna put that in the middle. Not putting it on the edges, just putting it in the middle. And it really opens your eyes up more if you put anything on the bottom. So it's just like, I love it now. I love it, I love it, I love it now. Now I'm going into the multi-stick once again. I'm not going to put it completely in the inner corner. I'm going to put it right here. And instead of leaving it like that angled brush I said I wasn't going to use, well, I'm using it. Blend this into the inner corner. So, like that. Looks very pretty. We're not done. This looks very pretty as it is, but we're not done because, like I said, I look white as a ghost. So we need to add some color to my face. Okay, so I'm going into my Wet n Wild color icon blush and Pinch Me Pink and this angled brush here, which now with this it's a bigger pan. I'm gonna stipple that onto the cheeks like that. Not too heavy. Not too heavy. I am gonna still need my. I thought using an angled brush like that was gonna leave me from needing my buffer brush, but I still need it a little bit. Just a tiny bit. I must have got like powder, like the eyeshadow in my eye or something. Because it's very uncomfortable right now. But see, now I don't look so white on my face. But to keep with the how you normally do your I normally do my makeup. I'm going into my rose gold palette. I'm gonna use the first gold, the lighter gold shade. Swipe and swipe. Okay. Now I'm going into my Revlon Color Stay lip liner. And Ruby. It's a very creamy lip liner. Highly, highly recommend. Just a little bit more. So after tomorrow, I will sharpen this again. And then I'm going to top it off with a little bit of lip oil from the Nightmare Before Christmas. Which does have a minty. Like a peppermint scent. And my lip liner did get on my brush, but it works. And the nice thing is, they're gonna blend together. Because lip oil does change color. So here is the final look with the glasses as well. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.